Kia ora whānau. On today's video we're going to be learning a haka. Now this haka is one that I compiled myself and I borrowed elements from other hakas, and I'll explain that a little bit more as we go into it. But stick around and I look forward to showing what this haka looks like. Okay, so the haka that we're going to be doing today is called Tahi Tatou, and that's the name that me and my class have given it, and it's a class that I put together specifically for my class because we've been doing a lot of hakas. In the time that I've been with my school, I've taught about 3 or 4 different hakas, the National Anthem haka, Atoia Mai, and a couple of different other ones. And so this one that I taught to my class this year, I gave the students the option of learning a haka, and then when I came down to it I thought, well, rather than just learning another haka, maybe if we created our own that was unique to us and what we are wanting to express as people. And so I came up with Tahi Tatou. Now I borrowed heavily from the Māori All Blacks haka, Te Timatanga, and only because I actually really like their haka. And when you read the words and the translation of their haka, it talks a lot about striving for excellence. And I thought that was an important value that I wanted to incorporate into my class's haka. Now the last verse of Te Timatanga talks about the striving of excellence, but it also mentions a lot about 3 of the core values or 4 walls of haora tapawha, which is like the values of haora. And so the values of haora are whānau, or the social aspect of well-being, wairua, the spiritual aspect of well-being, hinengaro, the emotional side and the intellectual side of your well-being, so the mental side, and tinana, which is the physical side. And that is one of the core values of my school as well, so that worked out quite well for us. So what I did is I made the first verse about whānau, because whānau is such a strong value within my class, whānau, whanaungatanga and belonging. And then I took the last verse of Te Timatanga and added that in as well, so that because those values, particularly from that haka, encompass what I want the students to learn overall. So I'm going to just say the haka, and basically it goes, Tu whakamaua, kia tina, Haumi hui Taiki, and that's basically about getting everyone ready, stand together, stand strong, okay, stand unified, which is what I'm trying to get at as well with the class. And then the first verse goes, He ruma tekau ma whātātou, so we are room 14. And then the second line of the verse goes, Tu Tahi Tatou rite whānau, we stand together as a family. And then we repeat that, and then it goes into the last verse, which is the verse from Te Timatanga, and it goes, Piki ki te arapau tama kinga tau matatanga e wairua, hinengaro, tinana, o e hāhi. And so that last verse, like I was saying before, it talks about journeying on the pathway to excellence and striving together, not only to seek knowledge, but to empower ourselves through spirit and the mental, emotional side of ourselves, and the physical. And so I felt that worked well with what I was trying to teach my students. So once I'd come up with the words, I thought, okay, now I've got to think of moves and the rhythm of it and all that kind of stuff. And then I thought, well, I'm actually going to leave it over to my students. And because we've done so many hakas now, they're really confident, and that goes across the board, blanket across all my students. So I set it as homework, come up with some moves for the haka. I introduced it to them, we did the pronunciation for it, so we read it through a few times, and the kids naturally came up with their own rhythm for it. There are many different rhythms that they came up with, and there are many different actions. And so to help them come up with the actions, I also linked in a couple of videos into the homework, because we do it on slides. And so they looked at actual Te Timatanga, we looked at kapa pango, we looked at kamate, we looked at other versions and variations of Atoia Mai, And I also linked in some instructional videos that I've done on this channel before. And the kids blew me away. They really surprised me, and I'm super, as a teacher, it's one of my proudest moments when the kids come in excited about their homework and they've done over and above what you actually hoped that they would do. So, I mean, I have pretty high expectations of Room 14 students because they're so awesome. But you guys did me proud this time if any of you are watching. So, these actions, I had basically 1% of influence over. But this is what they came up with. So it goes, he ruma, tu whakamaua, kia tina, Haumi, hui, tai. Oh no, sorry, I did that wrong. Mr. Ashley. So, tu whakamaua, kia tina, Haumi, hui, Taiki. He ruma tekau mā whātātou, tu Tahi Tatou rite whānau. He ruma tekau mā whātātou, tu Tahi Tatou rite whānau. Piki ake ki te ara poutama, kikina tau matatanga e wairua, hinengaro, tinana. O e hahi. And so that's the moves that they came up with, the actions that they came up with, and so I was super proud of that. So I just thought I'd share it with you. Now I'm going to put a link below of the actual words and the translation that goes along with it, and I recommend trying it out with your own class. All you got to do is substitute tekau mā whā with whatever the room number of your classroom is in Māori. So I mean, you might be tekau mā ono, tekau mā tahi, okay, tahi, ko tahi rau. Oh, you wouldn't be 100, sorry, retract that last one, but ko tahi. And I would just give it a go, give it a try. I recommend doing haka. Something about it, the kids really love it. It's a bit different to any action song because you get the mana going and the wairua, and they really feel it. And once you get them good at haka, I would start with something nice and simple. A toia mai was good for this class. Yeah, the sky's the limit, really. So I'm not even really sure what I'm going to have to challenge them with next. I'm going to have to get like a real legit one and try that out. But for now, ka kite. If you like this video, hit like. If you want to subscribe to the channel in general, subscribe. Just to give a bit of an update, I've been away for a while. Haven't done many videos recently, and that's a lot to do with what's been going on at school. It's been really busy here. It's report time here in New Zealand. Parent-teacher interviews, all that sort of malarkey. And I love doing parent-teacher interviews. It's probably actually my favourite time of the year. So I'm going to post a few more videos over the next couple of days, and that's in conjunction with matariki. So probably today, it's going to be double header today, and we're going to look at doing some poi making, because that's what I'm doing in class at the moment. So stick around. Hopefully I'll see you in that video. I'll put a card up here so you can see where it's going to be and just go straight to the video. But for now, ka kite anō, and I'll see you next time on Mr. Ashley's Place.